Okay, red light's on. So, Uncle Billy was, at first, Uncle Billy and his brother Bobby used
this is how you got into racing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to volunteer to go to the IndyCar races, and for the...
What year is this?
I'm probably...
More so, this is like when you first raced ever?
I'm not, no, this isn't even racing. This is what got me into racing. I'm going to guess...
How old are you?
10, 11... 12 maybe, okay. I don't know, somewhere in that area. Uncle Billy was working, I think he was a volunteer for the IndyCars, and he was down in Trenton. They had the race going in Trenton. Trenton was like an oval, but the back straightaway wasn't a straightaway, it had a dog leg in it.
Yeah.
It came towards the infield, then went to the right, and then made the big left. So Aunt Joanne was going to go down to watch, and she took me and Uncle Mike with her. And we watched the race, and I was just in a trance watching that. It was so cool. And then Grandpa bought a 1973 Vega GT 4-speed, bucket seats. Nice little car. And it would fly. And one day, I drove that car with Uncle Mike up to Island Dragway.
How old
First
is that?
time. Gotta be 17. Uncle Mike's 16. It's a 74 Vega GT. So 75 I would have been 20. So I guess I'm 18 or 19 at this point in time. Probably still 18. We drove it up there. Went through inspection. All you needed was a helmet then.
It was a Vega 2-door?
It was a 2-door. Silver Vega with 2 black racing stripes down it. Mag wheels on it. Little 4...
What kind of motor?
4-cylinder. Manual transmission. I went up there. They wrote something on the windshield. And when you went to go get in line, it wasn't a test and tune night. It was a race night. They pointed to me, put me in another line. Behind me was a Chevy pickup truck, a dark blue Chevy pickup truck. And then they brought us up to the line, and he was alongside of me. I can't hear the announcers on the loudspeaker, and Uncle Mike told me that it was, we were racing for the trophy in that class. Turned out he was a straight 6-cylinder, 3 on the tree shift pickup truck.
Yep.
I think we were supposed to go.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know, it didn't reroute yet. No, you're good. It was 15. I think that might have been it.
I thought it said stay to the left. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good.
No, I guess you're okay. Yeah, because I think this is 95 or 91.
Yeah, we're crossing over.
Okay. Anyway, we race neck and neck. I beat him by a door length. They hand out the time slips, and the guy, when he handed me the time slip, said, "You need to go over there with your time slip." I walked over there with the time slip, and they gave me a freaking... What's your choice? You want this trophy, or you want your 20 bucks back? I want the goddamn trophy. After that, you couldn't keep us away from there. We went to that place so many times, we ripped the rear... It was a unibody car. We ripped the rear end out of the car from shifting it so hard.
Sick.
Brought it back to Chevy. It was still under warranty. They fixed it. We beat the car up again and ripped it out again.
What did Grandpa say about the fact that you guys basically...
Grandpa didn't know. He just knew that the rear end was falling out. And the second time, Grandpa was sick. He wasn't feeling himself. He wasn't well. So Uncle Mike and I decided we'd do an insurance fraud. We pulled everything imaginable out of that car. The dashboard, the seats, everything you can think of. I drove it to over into the city, the Henry Hudson Parkway. Paid the toll. over the George Washington Bridge, put it on the Henry Hudson Parkway, and they had emergency pullovers. And we parked it there. Uncle Mike followed me in a car, drove me home. We went back the next night, and the only reason why we kept going back was the bridge was like a $2.50
Yeah,
toll.
I'm sure it was nothing. Yeah.
Went back the next night. The car was up on cinder blocks, all stripped. Went back the next night. The doors were off. The hatchback was off. By the fourth night, there was no rear end in the car. It wasn't on cinder blocks anymore. It was sitting on the ground. The doors, the hoods, everything imaginable that could have been taken off the car was off the car. Grandpa had called the police and said the car was stolen. He claimed his camera equipment, his golf clubs, his bowling ball. He never had golf clubs. He wound up getting more from the insurance company than what he paid for the damn thing.
Sick.
The neighbors found out, and Uncle Mike and I started a business. We must have did that to like 3 or 4 cars.
Amazing.
We did it to Mr. Minervini. He had bought an old Ford Falcon for his daughter, and the thing needed a new motor. It ran, but it needed a new motor. So he asked us to do it. We left that on a pullover on the Cross Bronx Expressway. A month later, no, not a month, it was a week later, he calls us up and says, I gotta go to the Bronx. The police think they got the guy who stole my car. He went, he says, I don't know who stole my car. Do you recognize this guy? I don't recognize nobody. They showed him pictures of his car. Same thing. Car was on the ground, nothing on it anymore.
Jeez. I guess that's just they were going off the MO maybe. Wow. So you end up
Going to the drag race.
The Vega.
Right, we raced it.
Up.
And then what happened was, I bought a 66 Chevy Impala SS 327 with a power glide.
Sick.
2-speed power glide. Car was a beautiful car.
Where'd you buy it from?
Uncle Billy's brother. And I used to drive down to Englishtown, but not to race. I would watch the events down there. They would have the big Summer Nationals, or they would have a funny car event,
Yeah.
or jet engine cars, wheel standing cars. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend wouldn't go, but her younger sister, Lisa, she would go. And I would take her cousin, Frank Caputo, and we would go. Yeah, he was the same age as her. And we would all go down there
Just watch racing.
just to watch the wheel standers or whatever. It was great. I had a lot of fun that way. And I was hooked by then.
You did most of your racing at Island, or
Oh yeah, whatever racing I did was at Island.
why didn't you race at Englishtown?
Cost too much money to go to race at Englishtown. And you could go down to Englishtown to race,
Yeah.
and if you got more than one race in,
Right.
you got 2,
Right.
you were lucky.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you go to Island and you could race. I used to take my motorcycle to Island Dragway.
They let you run it without full leather?
All you needed was a leather jacket, and you needed something attached to your hand
Yeah,
to the kill switch. I drilled a little hole. There was a little red toggle switch on the handlebars.
Yeah.
I drilled a little hole, put a piece of string through it, made some knots, and I tied it around my wrist. You go up to the line, the guy would say, hit the kill switch. You pulled your hand away, bike went off. Started up.
Sick. How'd the Impala do?
I never raced the Impala.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like a missed opportunity.
It was a 327 with a power glide, a 2-speed power glide, so.
That's still pretty fun. Uncle Jim ever race up there?
No.
No?
Uncle Jim had a lot of nice cars.
So he's had like Corvettes and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. When he first was dating Aunt Connie, I think it was a 61 Corvette. Yeah. And the front shocks were removed and he had steel rods in there. And he would park on the hill by Grandma's house.
Like a gasser?
Yes. We would park on the hill by Grandma's house, and the car would sit level. And I'll never forget, Aunt Connie for Christmas bought him 2 Krager SS mag wheels for the back of that car. That car was gorgeous. Then he had I think the next one was a 66 big block. He only had that for 1 year. He traded that one in and got the 67 big block with the stinger on the hood and the factory side pipes.
I love
That car was gorgeous. The problem with that car was it had...
right?
What?
Second gen?
Yes, that was the second gen. The problem with that car was it had solid lifters. So you always constantly fucking adjusting the valves on it. Damn thing.
Interesting.
That car was fast.
What a time to be alive.
And then, and Connie she had bought a brand new 1965 Ford Thunderbird, yellow, black interior, and a black convertible roof. And when you hit the convertible button, the trunk in the back would open up the wrong way, and the roof would fold into that, and then the trunk would come back down and screw itself into place.
Wow. What year was that?
65. She would take me every once in a while up to Callahan's.
Yeah.
And we would sit in Callahan because Uncle Jimmy was there with the Corvettes and all his friends. And I think it was his friend, I think his name was Weezer. I'm not sure if it was him or not. But one of his friends had the GTO with the 6-pack on it. They would race outside on that street.
Is that
Oh man.
Palisade or something?
Yeah, that was great. There was a lot of nice cars there.
That's awesome. You raced the bike.
Oh yeah, raced the bike a couple of times.
What was the first motorcycle you had?
Brand new Honda 750.
And you ended up racing that a bit?
Well, I used it for the first year and kept getting beat by the Kawasaki 700s. I think they were 3 cylinders. They were so freaking fast, and I was so pissed. I took the bike, put it in Grandma's garage, took the engine out, brought that downstairs in Grandma's basement, had the cylinders bored out. It was a 750, I had it bored out to an 810. I had a 3/4 race cam put in it, and then brought the head to a place in Dumont called Amil's, and they ported, polished, and gave me a 3-way valve job on that thing. And then suggested I buy different carburetors. I bought a set of carburetors called McCuney smoothbore carburetors. Then I could fight the Kawasaki's. That bike was in the 12 seconds range. I was one of the first people that had mag wheels on a motorcycle. Everybody had spoke wheels. I went to the Honda dealer and I told him what I had done to the bike. Came out and looked at it. Oh, you don't want these spoke wheels on it. They weigh too much. You want these, they were called Lester mags. And he said, oh, you need different tires. So I bought all of that shit, put it on. I think I have a couple of pictures here and there of it.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what that looked like.
Your mom didn't like the bike.
I would assume.
Well, she probably would have liked it if I wasn't doing 3,000 miles an hour on it.
Yeah. Right.
Once we got married, the bike, I sold the bike.
You never kept track of it or anything, huh?
No.
Sold to some guy and that was it.
The bike was a 1976, no, 1976. I think that's what it was. and I paid $19.75 for the bike. The McCuney carburetors cost me like $800. It had what they called a wet clutch. A wet clutch in it. There was clutch disc, a plate, clutch disc, a plate, clutch disc, a plate, and it sat in oil, an oil bath, basically. And the oil bath was at the bottom. And when you release the clutch, everything slammed together, but it had to take a little bit to get all of the oil out. I found this guy who raced Honda motorcycles, and he said to me, "Oh, that's your problem. So let's take the casing off." We took the casing that held the clutch discs in, and he drilled like 10 holes in the bottom of the clutch disc. When you release the clutches, all the oil shot out the holes in the bottom. So you would sit at a traffic light.
Well, yeah, what was that like to drive around the street?
You'd sit at a traffic light with your hand completely depressed on the clutch level, and the bike would go, it wanted to jerk forward because there wasn't enough oil in there anymore. But as soon as you release the clutch, that thing took off.
You did like a wheelie.
No, I didn't like wheelies. I wanted to do either a burnout or just shoot off like a rocket.
Right.
I mean, at the track, yeah, the front end came up off the ground maybe a little bit, an inch or two, but by the time you shifted to second gear, it was back down. I think it was a 4-speed or a 5-speed. I'd only get 3 gears at the track.
Watching guys at the track occasionally go through like 6. Yeah. And down there in like 9 seconds.
Oh, anyway, yeah. And Uncle Mike was, and still is, one of the best mechanics. He could fix anything. And because he was fixing things, I made things.
It's almost good that he's not closer to us. We'd have a race team by now.
Oh yeah.
Multiple cars. Enlisted additional body. He's scary with the potential.
A lot of the things that I've done to this car, since it was the first time working on this kind of car and all of that shit, I'd talk to Uncle Mike about it first, or talk to him and then watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
See, now the arrival time, 4:41.
Yeah.
Too much time in the parking lot.
A little bit. What was it before? It was like 4:15.
3:45, I think. It's almost an hour we killed.
Oh, yeah, we stopped to eat. That was a good amount of time.
To the Massachusetts line, 18 miles. 19 miles. 18 MMs. I don't know what that meant. I guess minutes. Don't go too fast with this thing because it doesn't like to stop.
Before I settled on the CRV, that Tahoe up there was what I was really trying to look at. I figured V8, not the best on gas.
No.
But lots of room, could be a parts truck, and could potentially tow.
It definitely could tow.
But I think that's the one with the shitty trans, and I didn't want to deal with transmission issues anymore. They were actually decent prices. Oh, look at that slope. Wow.
What?
Elevation change.
Oh, the slope. I thought you said smoke. I'm like, where? I don't see any.
I really like that. I've always liked that Tahoe. Remember the one you had, the one before that? I think it was the first Tahoe. Or maybe it was
I only had one
1500.
Tahoe. I only had the one Tahoe. It was a maroon Tahoe.
Yeah, with the split,
with the two split doors in the back, right?
Love the split.
So did I. Traded that in.
For the Odyssey.
No,
No?
we traded that in for the Impala
Oh, wow.
at Hawthorne Chevrolet.
I forgot about the Impala.
I love that Impala.
That was a cool car. When did you get the Odyssey?
After I totaled the Impala.
Oh.
The Odyssey was nice. It's just, you know, oh yeah, these things will go 300,000 miles. Yeah, well, 50,000 miles. Change the timing belt. Do this, do that, do that. Yeah, $3,000 bill. What are you, out of your mind? But we had put 80,000 miles on that thing. We drove it to Florida.
Yeah, that was a good car. I thought that was a pretty
Actually,
good
we
car,
took that to the to Manhattan, and we parked it in the parking lot when we went on the cruise to Bermuda.
too. Wow, really?
Yep.
I don't even remember how we got there.
Yep.
I always liked that minivan. It was kind of quirky.
Yeah, it was. The shifter was up here.
Yeah. Had like the little TV remote in the back. Weird middle seat that you could move around.
Yeah. And it had the DVD player in it.
Yeah. Let's go through. Let me see how many cars you've owned. Can you name every car you've ever owned?
Oh no.
Not a chance.
I
right?
can't even. I could probably name the cars that we owned when we were married, Lisa and I.
I mean,
We had that little Toyota that you drove,
Camry. It's an
The
89 Camry.
and then I had what Lisa called the old man car, the Buick Regal, the two-door Buick Regal. Jeez, I got stumped after that.
Yeah, the Tahoe.
We bought the Tahoe,
Impala.
then we got the Impala,
Odyssey.
then we got the Honda Odyssey.
Got rid of the Odyssey for what? Yeah, the Trailblazer. That came later though.
That was yours.
Yeah, so was my Trailblazer SS.
Lisa still loves that truck.
I still love that truck.
She's like, I don't care what you gotta do, you gotta get that truck.
I love that thing.
I think we got that when we sold the Odyssey.
Yeah, I think that's probably around the time. I think I sold you guys in what, 2012?
Somewhere around there.
2011?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Oh, I only sold it because I had the Beretta too, and I had moved into that apartment with
That girl.
the girl at the time.
The Beretta was a nice car.
Beretta was cool. Started having trans issues.
We could have fixed it.
That was a fun car.
Oh, that car was ahead of its time with the special seats and everything
Oh, no,
else.
that was the GTZ.
The GTZ. Oh,
White one.
Grandpa's Beretta.
Yeah. Oh, Grandma's,
well,
yeah.
Grandma's.
White one.
Well, it was Grandpa's, then Grandma's, then yours, then Rocco's.
Yeah.
Or was it Rocco's, then yours?
It was Rocco's then one.
Yeah.
He gave it to me when I wasn't working.
Yeah.
The GTZ was one of my favorites.
Rocco came home and's like, Rich, could you look at the car for me? The rear shocks were original and had almost 200,000 on it, and you went like this with the car. You come back an hour later, it was still bouncing.
I actually remember that.
And I put new rear shocks in the car.
The GTZ.
That was some car.
One of my favorite cars I've ever owned.
That would have been a car to have.
I still regret getting rid of it. To this day, I look for it all the time. You can't find a GTZ. I look all over Marketplace. They don't exist. Z26 or something.
When Grandpa had the Vega, they had what they called the Cosworth Vega. It had the same bottom end in the motor, the 4 cylinders, but the head had 16 valves in it instead of the 8 valves.
Little overhead, yeah.
Oh, that car was quick. You see them every once in a while. Who sells? Haggerty, I think it is, sells
Yeah.
them. But they want fucking
They know
20
it's,
grand.
It's like a collector's almost.
Yeah.
Collector's item.
I don't know what they're gonna do when they stop selling gasoline.
They'll sell that for a long time.
I know.
Yeah.
So then we had your Blazer. I forgot what we went to after the Blazer. We might have went to the white pickup truck, and then we got rid of the white pickup truck for this pickup truck. That's
Yeah.
exactly what we did.
Yeah.
Because when I went to go buy the white pickup truck, it was used, and I bought it at a Dodge car dealership.
That was the diesel.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said to me, how much you going to put down? And I had said, how much you going to give me for the Trailblazer? He looked at that thing. He made us a good offer, but I went back and forth with him, and we got a slightly better offer. I went back the next day, and it was sold already. Because it had under 50,000 miles on it. And that was the car. Lisa didn't care how many times a week I went to the car wash with. Because she would, she drove it.
I love that car.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I forget how many cars I've owned.
That was a nice truck.
Remember, did I ever bring you my Fiero?
Yep.
You got to see that, right?
I saw that. You were going to make a kit car out of it or something.
I wanted to swap the engine in the back. I wasn't going to go too nuts. I wanted to get rid of that motor. I hated the V6, and I wanted to put an Ecotec in it. Turbo the Ecotec.
You didn't have it very long.
No, I didn't. I think I had like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month. No, it got towed, and I didn't know it got towed. I brought my girlfriend at the time's house. It broke down on 21.
McCarter Highway.
I called John Rubino, actually. I called him. We weren't even talking at the time. I was mad at him for something. He showed up, like the good friend he is, and he helped me push it off Route 21 into where this chick lived, in Patterson, in an apartment complex, and I pushed it into a spot. And we looked at it real quick. I think it was a coolant issue. I think it didn't have coolant. It was leaking coolant. I didn't know that at the time. I'm like, all right, I'll get hoses and I'll come back at some point. I think I couldn't go the next day. I came back like 2 days later and it was gone. And I was like, oh my god, I guess it got stolen. I don't even know what happened. I tried figuring out where it went. I wasn't sure if it was stolen. I was going to report it stolen, and then my girlfriend found out that it had been towed. And then when I went to get it out of the tow impound, I couldn't even afford to get it out of the tow impound. I bought the car from a guy in North Bergen. When you make the left, after you come around that curve,
Yep.
cemetery, that first left to go up,
Yes.
it was like 3 blocks up. I happened to see it one day. I went and negotiated with the guy. He wanted $1,500 for it. I said, I work at Best Buy. I barely have any money. I'd love this. I could do a payment plan. And we ended up doing, he said he'd agreed to sell it to me for $800. It needed work. So I gave him $400 and he let me take it home. I had it for weeks. I gave the guy another $200 and then it got towed. I never even finished paying it off. I ended up telling the guy, I was like, hey, this thing.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Plastic. This thing got towed and I can't afford to get it out. And he's like, oh, I guess you gave me $600 for the car. That was it. I couldn't get it out. I think the tow with the fees and everything, it was only in there for like a couple days. It was like $500. I couldn't even afford to get it out. So I had that Fiero for like a month. That was another fun car. GT. A decent amount of cars.
I told you Uncle John came up, I think it was last week, called me and he said, the windshield washer pump isn't working anymore.
On his truck?
On his truck. His truck's a 2016.
Yeah, not that old.
Okay. I said, bring it up tomorrow. Comes up tomorrow, the next day, it's fucking raining out. Not raining that hard. I don't know. I never did this, John, but I think I'll figure it out. We started taking stuff off in the engine compartment.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized it can come out through the fender well. But I got to take the inside fender well off.
Yeah.
I took the inside fender well off. We brought the container and put it on the bench. Popped the fucking pump out and put it on the battery to the Civic. Didn't work. So I said,
The
come
pump
on.
was bad?
The pump was bad. The windshield washer pump. Fluid. Just the fluid pump.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So we went down to 002 Auto Parts. And the guy's like, I got a box of these things. I don't know. Maybe we can match one up. Second one he pulls out looks identical. Okay, take it home. We take it home. I put some jumper cables on it and test it on the battery. Where it runs perfect. Okay, great. Put the pump back in. Put the whole thing together. I said, before I put the inner fender well on, let's try it. Still doesn't work. The fucking fuse was missing. So I went back to 002, bought some fuses, pushed it in, everything works. We went back and tried the old pump, still didn't work.
Oh, really?
Didn't work at all. So I don't know what happened. Put it all together. Uncle John was happy.
That's a nice truck.
Matter of fact, the fuses I put in my fuse case, I brought them with me.
Yeah. I gotta try to figure out why the CRV's cigarette lighter thing on the bottom here doesn't work.
Yeah,
Charge
well,
my phone.
we'll figure that out.
It's really hampering my day. I think Monday, whatever time we get home Sunday, which I'm sure it's going to be
12
late.
o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's probably going to be 12. I'm going to hit Verizon before I come up, get my phone. And then I'll come up, help unload, get
Okay.
everything back to the basics.
Right. One of these, hopefully, it doesn't have to be next week, but before the following week is finished, I'd like to get this down to your mother's house.
That's doable.
Okay? I can get this to your mom's house. I can get the trailer back to Uncle Mike's house. I can get my truck in the garage. I'll be happy.
Yeah. Monday, after we finish unloading, I'm going to try and powder coat Rubino's. He's got a pipe that goes up there. So I think it's for coolant. Maybe it's for coolant, like a steel coolant hose. That goes.
What color?
What color does he want?
Yeah.
I have to ask him. It's either red or black. I forget.
I got gloss black, I got flat black, I got wrinkled black, and I got semi-gloss black.
I'll find out from him. I want to do that one. I want to look at just tidying up a couple things on the CRV and doing the radio. I want to finish the CRV before the end of November, so I don't have to worry about anything on it, and then I can get back to the RSX. Just driving that thing around a little bit now. I know it's bad when I get into a car and I don't put my left foot down to the clutch. Then I know I've spent too long.
Welcome to Massachusetts. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Andrew, 2 o'clock. What time is it now? 2:30. So far, so good. Okay. Uncle John sent me a text message. Website road trip to New Hampshire for the 24 hours. He must have saw this on YouTube or something, right?
I sent it to him.
Oh, you sent that to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sent to Aunt Connie, Uncle John, and Dan.
Okay, so I'm deleting it now. I never got an answer back. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just entered Massachusetts. 2 hours away from the racetrack. 129 miles to go.
So, let me tell you what I'm thinking.
No.
I am anticipating us basically not using those radios at all. If we're going to use the phones, we test them, we can use them, and they're good. I'm not going to hook the radios up. What I'm going to do is, we have GoPro 1, GoPro 2,
Justin's GoPro.
GoPro 3 in the back, and then hotspot. So 4. Without the radios, we have another lighter spot.
No.
No.
Well, yes, you do.
Yeah.
And in my jumper booster thing,
Yeah.
I have a single plug that goes into the cigarette thing and then another cable, or you could use this thing. I don't know what for.
What I think I'm going to do is, and I'm going to try and figure out a way to do this. I might plug in another GoPro to maybe look out directly the front, or maybe look at the driver's feet. I got him. Smoke if you got him.
If you have it, to watch the gauges.
Oh yeah, that too. Actually, that'd be nice. I'd love to be able to see. You can't really, that over-the-shoulder gauge camera. You can't really see the gauges.
No, I know. But you can see out. You can see some of the driver.
Yeah.
You can see some of the dashboard, like the tack and the speedometer.
Just from 4K up tack, yeah. I'm gonna see what we can do. Make a couple of adjustments.
If we're there in 2 hours, that's 4:45.
Yep.
We still have a couple of hours we can play with, unless you want to go right to the hotel and then come back to the track.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, we have a little time to play around. We can play around.
I should, while I'm here, I should. This is Lisa's extra set?
Yeah.
Okay. I got nothing to write on. Yes, I do. Yeah, now we know. Okay.
We just fill it out when we get there. We're not doing that till Saturday anyway.
I know. But I want to be like, and these are your rear buds, right? Okay. And this is your key.
Yep.
Okay.
But without actually filling it out, you can just go down the list. We can fill it out.
Yeah, I just want to do a rough one now. I don't want to fill anything out, but I just want to go down it.
What do you need?
I'll find them. These are my sunglasses. Crap, I don't know what I do with my reading glasses. I had them in a case.
Yeah.
No, I just looked in there. No, they're not there. We got chips on the floor, camera on the floor. Did I put them in here? Yes, I did.
1.4 miles.
And then you're gonna get on
East.
90 east.
East. Worcester.
car number, team name, racetrack, car year, make and model, car color, authorized team rep will be you, cell number at track. Please check each box before going to tech. Once it's okayed, initialed at team rep initials. Driver and car. Start the inspection with engine running and driver strapped in. Ignore exhaust noise. Street legal or quieter. Maximum decibels 92. I hope they don't give a shit.
Be fine. Won't get close.
Brake lights, we got. Kill switch, we got. Driver access, reasonable egress. Driver seat, one-piece racing seat. Roll cage. Seat belts, 2 years or newer.
Yep.
Onboard fire suppression. Correct type, blah, blah, blah. Cockpit general. All wires and hoses, etc. Secure. No airbags. Mirrors are okay. No fuel or oil lines. We have an oil pressure gauge line.
I think we're all right there.
I think we're okay. Undercar and exhaust. Exhaust won't heat fuel. Well, it's all fucking stock.
Yeah.
General undercarriage situation. No major leaks or other obvious issues.
Good.
Okay. Exterior race number. Tires. DOT street legal. 190 tread wear or higher. We don't have sunroofs. Crap ain't falling off. The bodywork has all fenders and doors. Engine compartment and trunk. Fuel leaks, not allowed. We don't have any anymore. Battery, hot post covered, securely mounted. That thing is so fucking securely mounted, it's ridiculous. Pure water only. Well, we have a little bit of it. Firewall, absolutely no holes or gaps. Wire, hoses, etc. neatly secured. No random crap screwing around. Okay, so we should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. It's up here.
Okay.
The trailer registration and stuff is here, and the truck stuff is underneath. How's Andrew doing?
Hold on a second. Check
Yo.
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 How's it going?
Good. Majewski just called me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had to switch to vacation day. Vicky's grandfather passed away.
Oh, he passed away.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear. Well, you can only do so much.
25 miles and we're in New Hampshire.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, well, actually, you got lucky that they allowed you to have the vacation then.
Yeah, because Magic was like, you're already on your way, so it's not your fucking going to turn back around.
No, certainly not.
Nope.
Oh, well, I guess you kind of lucked out on that one.
I got lucky.
Sorry, if I gotta text them later. You get that Red Bull yet? You staying awake?
I'm still good. I have a lip in right now, so.
Oh, all right. All right, go. Just check on you.
All right. No luck with the stream?
It cut out before and it wasn't letting me find my Wi-Fi signal. It was like 2 hit or miss, so actually was. I have a recording. I'm still gonna post this up on the page, probably on the secondary YouTube page, but no, I couldn't get it to go. I wasn't too hopeful, honestly, that we would stream the whole ride. I kind of knew it would cut out. Once it cuts out, it won't reconnect. So I had a feeling this would happen, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
So, did you listen to that podcast Justin sent yet?
Nah, I'll probably put that on next.
All right. There's a chance I listen to it later tonight, but I was just wondering. I wasn't going to listen to it while we record for monetization reasons, but I was just wondering if you had any info yet.
You know what? I'll put that on now.
All right.
All right?
Sounds good.
All right, pal.
I'll check on you in a little while.
Yep.
All right, Papa.
Take it easy, kiddo.
Later.
Later.
Oh, ear just popped up. I should probably call Joseph. Probably on lunch. Back of that 18-wheeler. Is that for Aero?
Yep,
That helps with like a mile per gallon or something?
I guess.
How does it work? I don't
Also-
understand how it works.
Also, without them, usually the back doors are like full of dirt.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
You know, like my tailgate, or like the Tahoe, or the Trailblazer. The back, everything would be clean on the Trailblazer except for the back door.
That's probably trying to preserve the
Advertisement.
door stuff. Yeah, maybe. You're joking.
Hello?
Dean,
Hey.
how's it going?
So, Calvin, we just talked to Dr. Charlie. It went really well. We just gotta figure out if he's gonna charge us an arm and a leg or if he's gonna give us a reasonable price.
Okay. Good, so it went well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Time to drive.
We're good. We're just driving right now. I got you on CarPlay.
20 miles
What?
out of New Hampshire.
Yeah. I got you on speaker.
Oh.
Hi,
Larry's in the car.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Miles.
Hi, Miles.
No Miles, unfortunately. I'm at
okay.
work.
Oh, I thought you said Miles is in the car.
But you remember the episode of her where she goes, Larry's in the car?
Oh, Larry. Yeah.
Larry's in the car. So,
We're 20 miles out of New Hampshire.
nice.
We stopped for lunch real quick.
I like New Hampshire.
Yeah, the foliage is nice.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We stopped for a little quick lunch, a little bite to eat. So we still got about 2 more hours to go. I can't hear anything you're saying.
Yeah.
What?
You're losing reception.
I don't know if it's reception or your phone.
The phone. I need a phone.
Yeah. All right, that was it. Just checking to see how everything went this morning and to say hi.
Do you want me to return the iPhone for you, babe?
Yes. I just don't even know what I have to do to return it.
Usually there's like you can only return it for like your return policy.
I'll take a look. I feel I feel fairly confident that I'll still be able to return it with it not open.
I don't know. That's a big price tag to not.
Well, that's why I'm saying it was like part of the deal they were running to get you to finance it through the card. But if it's not open, then I return it. I feel like I'm good for a little while longer. I do need to return it soon.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out how to go about doing that.
Monday morning.
And we got to get you to Verizon, or I could probably go without you now. No?
Yeah.
I could probably do without you. So I'll do that. I'm gonna go Monday. And,
Well, I would put in the one phone before you go buy another phone.
Alright, we'll see how it goes. I don't know how much longer I can deal with the speakerphone, so I'll see how it goes Monday. Yeah, I would love to know what you just said, but I'm pretty sure you said, yeah, you should go Monday.
You have to work Halloween?
Yeah, they're making me work Halloween. I can't hear you.
That's terrible.
What do you think she said?
I don't know.
That's terrible.
Yes, that is terrible.
They called everybody
They
in.
ordered everybody in, so everybody's got to work.
Oh my god.
Just what criminals need. Everybody walking around with masks on so they can blend right in.
Everybody's working. So, if we want to do anything, we got to do it
Monday.
earlier.
Alright.
Figure something out. I don't know.
Can't put the car right up.
What do you think?
Say goodbye.
No,
Yeah.
we got nothing, babe.
We can't even. We hear like one word you say.
Alright. I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you. I'll call you a little while or come.
She hung up.
I gotta get her a new phone.
It's like Lisa. She gets mad. The reception sucks. She gets mad. Hangs up.
Well,
It's like it's my fault.
sometimes Joe's talking to me, and I'm like, I literally, whatever you just said, I got zero information. And she's even saying, "Oh, I'll talk to you later." I'm getting,
I know.
I get it. It's fine. Tis fine. I gotta get Mesa driving soon. Mesa's got to start getting into this car. They got that manual Civic to learn on.
How are they doing with it?
Again, I went with Drew the first day. He picked it up pretty quick. He's driven a motorcycle before.
So then
he had the concept.
he's understanding the up and down of it all. Yeah.
He did very well. After the couple hours we were together, he did very well. Full seal of approval to drive on his own on the street highway. Mesa, by the end of that day, I gave him the seal, but he needed to like kind of practice the next few days. I don't think he's really gone back yet. He's been very busy at work, but he just needs more practice. So I'm anticipating a little more inclusion next year. He'll have more time to practice this winter.
I think it's important that tomorrow, Drew gets a couple of laps of practice, if nothing else.
Yeah. Well, we need to get out there
That's
anyway.
a police officer.
Good. We need to get out there and learn the track a little anyway.
Yeah.
Stay cops. I envisioned probably having a second car down the line, and maybe including Nick in that one.
You gotta find a place to store all of this stuff.
So, our friend, who's a potential sponsor on the channel, I forget the name of it now. Oh my god, Tony, yeah, grateful tow truck driver. Basically, we can store stuff down there if we need to. So that's
Yeah.
Our
For
backup.
now, and eventually he's gonna say, okay, you guys gotta stop paying me.
yeah, maybe, but we got options.
Okay.
I would like to maybe look at that down the line, slightly more competitive. Not to say this isn't a competitive car. I think it's going to do really well.
We just like, remember, it is a marathon, and we got to be at the end to win. But we're not going to win. But the longer we can keep it running, the better off we are. So it's push the car, but don't push it beyond its limits.
Right.
Like, in order to spin out on a track, you had to push it beyond its limits.
Yeah. Probably push a little.
You can push a little, but don't push. Well, you don't have to push every lap.
Should have got more Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh. Oh.
That's all right. Damn it. Well, we'll see what the off-season brings. But yeah, I'll talk to Nick a little bit. We'll see how things go.
Okay.
Not like that.
What happened?
There was a guy walking around his truck.
Yeah, you're gonna have to blast him. He's got to slow down.
Only one that's much faster than 70. What were you doing, 80?
One time I did 80. Most of the times I was doing 60, 65.
Yeah, I'm in the upper 60s. Slow and steady. I'm practicing.
Okay.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and mellow.
Slow and steady finishes the race.
Yeah.
Go no chicken nugget?
No more. No more. No more. I've had enough.